Arthur's treasure hunt took me straight back to my childhood. This is the first segment of the 9th episode of the 3rd season of Arthur. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. I do have one complaint, which I will talk about in a moment. It's not really a spoiler. But this took me back to my childhood because Buster finds an arrowhead in his back garden and he brings it to the others, and they all realise that maybe their own backyards have got exciting things in them as well. And Arthur, with a bit of difficulty, manages to convince his mother to let him dig up a small area behind the garage, I believe it was, and he starts fantasizing about discovering civilizations and things. And I think we've all had that moment. Like most children, I took a very strong interest in archaeology, and I used to dig up anywhere that I could up until the age where it would stop being socially acceptable to just dig up random bits of dirt outside my home. And, there's always that hope of what might I find. And that's the case with Arthur. What is Arthur going to find? And I won't spoil that at the moment. I'll discuss that in a moment with a spoiler warning. But it's so exciting, and it's something that it just made me want to go and dig up again. I've always had a really strong interest in history. I've always loved archaeology. I don't like being out in, well, any temperature over like 20 degrees. So my very brief desire to be an archaeologist was quickly ruined. But it made me so happy. And it was so fun and exciting. There's this excitement of what, if anything, they will find, and they all meet up and discuss what they've found. And they've all found different things with different levels of excitement. So I guess with a spoiler now, I'll discuss what happened. So it's not a massive spoiler, but they all discuss finding different things that mean different things to each other. But Arthur doesn't feel there's any value in the things that he found. But he found a time capsule. Like, I'm so infuriated. He found a tin of digestive biscuits, and not once did he think to look inside of it. But I'm 100% convinced it's a time capsule, because that's the kind of thing a lot of people would, it's a metal tin, put things inside, bury it for people of future generations to find. And it's so infuriating that he didn't look inside of it, and that nobody at any point went, ooh, if you find a biscuit tin buried outside, it might be a time capsule. I googled it to see if anybody else was as annoyed as I was, and it doesn't seem to be the case. But there is an episode in many seasons down the line about a time capsule, so maybe they'll come back to it. Maybe that's got nothing to do with it. I don't know. But it really frustrated me that, he potentially found something really thrilling and really exciting, and they did nothing with it. So maybe in like 18 seasons down the line that will change, or maybe, as I said, that's completely unrelated, but it really bugged me. But that aside, I thought it was very exciting, very thrilling, really made me want to just be a child and go digging in the dirt again. Arthur's Treasure Hunt is an episode that I really loved.